Oh, oh, where are you going? Hey, listen, if I'm going to take the time to teach you how to do all this stuff, then you get your butt back out in that garage. And then you smash the subscribe and like button because I'm an awesome guy and I like to give free information. So you should do me a favor. But don't be walking away. We got things to learn today and to fix. So you better go grab your tools and get out in that garage right now. Right now. What are you waiting for? Go. Jeez.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. So we're just going to be doing a pretty basic bench tune on this thing today. There's a few things we're going to talk about. This is the 2003 VT750 Honda Spirit Shadow Spirit. I'm going to show you guys where the synchronizing ports are. You can choose to use mercury gauges, or in this case I'm going to be using my analog dial gauges because I'm just looking for a basic bench tune. I'm not trying to go absolutely crazy here and be perfection. I just need it to run good. So there is a cover that you have to remove, and it's 5mm hex head or Allen head, and you can see where those studs are. That's the cooling shield. You can see where those go. So I've got 4 of those here. That's 5mm. Then your vacuum, okay, this is your vacuum screw that you hook up to for synchronizing on this side of the bike, right? On the left side of the bike is right here. This is where your hoses are gonna go for that side. And then if you come over to the opposite side of the bike, remove your lower part of the air box. That's 2 10mm nuts, and that pops right off there. And then you have another vacuum screw right here, which you can see I have connected over here with my tube. Let me try to get you guys in there so you can see. So you can see my tube connected. So you have to have synchronizing tubes, okay? And don't forget, when you go to take these screws out, they're going to be very corroded and stuck from heat cycles. So when you put your screwdriver on the tip there, take a hammer, a small hammer, and whack the screwdriver a few times. That'll break any kind of connection that it has to the engine easily and just allow you to unscrew. If you try to unscrew those before you smack the screwdriver a few times with a hammer, you'll end up stripping out the screw, which is what we don't want to do. Alright, so you got your synchronizing tubes all set up, you're ready to go. You got your gas line filled up. Now you don't have to do it with a gas tank, but I'm running, these carbs just got cleaned by me, so I'm running a whole bunch of seafoam in there right now through the system. I just want to clear out as much as I can now that I've cleaned it. So I'm going to be running this on seafoam. This does have a fuel pump, so really all you have to do is just feed this gas. When you hear this start clicking, that's telling you that the pump's getting dry. You just feed it a little bit more gas if you're doing this process. Or like me, you can just hook up a simple tank to it and just let it go for the whole time so you don't have to focus on it. Alright, and then you need a long Phillips head screwdriver, because the nice thing about Honda is they supplied you with this beautiful little hole right here at the top. And if you look down here, see if I can point it out to you, that is the screw that we're going to be adjusting right there. So if you see that Phillips head, so I'll be shoving through here like so. If I can get down in there, if I can see what's going on here. I guess I can't see. Something is in my way. There we go. There's a little tube in my way. Silly tube. Yeah, there's definitely a fitted tube in the way here of me gaining access to it easily. Can I get on that? There we go. Okay, I'm finally on it. Holy mackerel. Yeah, that's a man, these lines right here, they just go right through the center of what I'm trying to do down there. But anyways, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there, I've got my screwdriver on it right there. You can see it moving around on the tip. Pull it up so you can see. There you go. So, alright, well, this tube's just in the way. It's just going to be a stress for me the whole time. But whatever. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to loosen these, okay? And what you want is you want these to start off bouncing. First you got to warm the bike up. Get it down to an idle, warm the bike up. Once it's idling, okay, and it's holding and maintaining its idle, while these are bouncing around, you're going to slowly start to tighten these until the bounce is like minimal. You don't want them to be completely stopped. You want a little bit of bounce like this. That's acceptable. That little kind of bounce, that's acceptable. You don't want them locked in completely, because then you're going to get a bad reading. But you just twist this nozzle until you get a little bit of bounce going, just a small amount like that, just a tiny little bounce. All right, and then we're going to compare these against each other and see what we end up with. Okay, so I'm gonna get this thing warmed up. And remember, every time you make an adjustment, you need to lift the screwdriver off of it, because any kind of pressure on that screw is adjusting the plates at the same time. So anytime you make an adjustment, lift the screwdriver, then see where you're at on here. All right, so let me go and get first thing I have to do is zero one of these out, because I can see that this one is not zeroed out. So I need to zero that one out so that it matches that one to get us started. So I have to unscrew this faceplate and adjust that little twang right there. So let me get this set up and then we'll go from there, okay? I just wanted to show you that I adjusted these so that both of them matched. So there you go. Now they're both matching. Sorry for the glare, but now you can see they both match. So we're zeroed out. So I'm gonna start this up. We're gonna let it warm up, and then I'll show you how to adjust these so that they stop bouncing, okay? So you can see these are bouncing around pretty good. It's still doing a little bit of ticky-wicky stuff. It's got all that sea foam in there, so it's still trying to run out the sea foam. I got lean sneezing too, because I got way too much air getting in right now because the air box is off. But so we're gonna turn these to the right until we start seeing them lock down a bit. About like that. That's a little too tight, so I'm going to take a little bit out of that. That's a fair amount of bounce, so we'll tighten the other one down until that one starts to do the same thing. Just want them both to have a little bit of bounce. And as you can see, one of these is definitely running harder than the other. So they're off just a little bit. So I'm going to grab this screwdriver and we're going to make some adjustments here, okay? So let's get on here. Got my idle turned up. If I can get on there. There we go. Alright, let's turn it to the right a little bit and see if we can bring these together. Let's go in the opposite way. Let's go this way with it instead. Go. Listen to that idle come together. Still breaking up a little bit. We'll drop the idle just a tad here. Just drop the idle down just a little bit. The more we pull it together, the more the idle is going to have to adjust. Alright, so we got one coming in a little low. Let's do this again. To the right, and there it is. Little off still. We're going to let it readjust for a sec. I'm going to turn it slightly more to the right, just a tiny bit. It's tiny little increments, you guys. That's pretty darn close. That is about as accurate as I think I could get. So let's turn this idle way down now. It definitely does not like having that air box off it. But the idle sounds really good now. Yeah, those are pretty dialed in at this point. Really hates having that, it definitely hates having that on there. But those recovered really well. That's a very adequate bass tune. That's a good bass tune. I can live with that. It sounds really healthy. you know, despite the popping and the little baloney it's doing right now with all that sea foam in there, it sounds really healthy. So